Some of you right now are feeling a little bit of disappointment in regards to a person in your life who's close to you that you care about. Now, there's two ways to deal with this disappointment. One way is to first of all gather as much information as you can in regards to the situation or the circumstance surrounding your reason for being disappointed in the first place. So you can make an informed decision. So you can see if your feelings are justified. And the second thing you should do is if this is something that happened a long time ago or certain behaviors or an instance that happened a long time ago, don't assume that that same energy that existed those many years ago are still present in that person's life, because they could have changed their life completely around. I'm going to tell you guys a hypothetical little story, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into it a little bit and let you go. Let's say that you went to school with someone and they were just a badass. Every 2 seconds, the principal was calling them to the office, skipping school, everything else. Before they even graduated high school, and the few that did, they graduated by the skin of their teeth, or maybe they didn't graduate at all. They wind up going back many years later. But they wind up leaving school, and by the time they leave school, they've already got a whole bunch of responsibilities or situations facing them. They're facing jail, or they're facing a young family that they can't support, or they're facing some tragedy in their family. But see, you don't know this because this person has been a headache, been a thorn in your side, been a bug from jump, and that's all you see is the fact that they're getting on your damn nerves. And you're all up in your feelings and in your head and everything else because that person presented themselves a certain way. And when you finally had a chance to get to know them and realize how messed up they were, you were disappointed. You had expectations, see? And I'll talk a little bit about expectations in a couple of my audios, so check out the playlist. We have to be careful when we place expectations on people who are hurt. We have to be careful on placing expectations on people who are damaged. And just because that person was going through damage and hurt during that time way back when does not mean they are hurt and damaged now. But because you are disappointed, it has clouded your judgment to the facts. Now, this particular person was probably a bug from jump in high school and early life and probably had a messed up family life, messed up job history, criminal history. And here it is 20, 30 years later, you come across them and you're figuring in your mind, oh, Lord, there they go. Already got it in your mind before you even speak to them. I remember so-and-so, I remember so-and-so, I remember so-and-so. Probably telling your friends and family, I remember back when they did so-and-so and they did so-and-so. And then that person comes up to you and says, good morning, hello, I haven't seen you in a long time. They're speaking different. You're like, what? Yeah, I was thinking about you the other day when I was talking to the congregation. Oh, they're minister now. Oh, I remember, when I was talking to the community group over at such and such, they're a leader of a community group. Oh, I was talking, I brought up your name when I was at the board meeting the other day, come to find out the chairman at the board. Their life is totally changed. See, they hit their tower moment and you didn't even know anything about it. And it changed their life. So you're sitting up there dumbfounded, and most of you will probably be skeptical, like, okay, what are they up to now? They're sitting up there pretending to be a preacher or chairman of the board or head of this or head of that. Is that their scheme now? It may not be their scheme. It's their new life. But you're stuck in the old ways and the old situations. Disappointment clouds your judgment. It clouds your judgment and it creates this fog when it comes to certain people in your life. So, and the fog is so thick that no matter what they do, everybody else in the world will see the change except you, because you are running on disappointment in regards to that person. They didn't meet your so-called expectations. Not that your expectations were right from the first place. You could have had the wrong expectations, and you probably had the wrong expectations because you really didn't take the time to investigate the backstory, and you damn sure didn't take any time to spend with that person. You didn't spend no time with that person. full of assumptions and expectations, and they're not being met. So how do you feel? Let's go back to the preacher or the minister or the rabbi that they became. Now you're sitting up there with egg on your face. They invite you to a meeting or to a sermon or something to come speak. And then all of a sudden you're thinking in the back of your mind, damn, I was wrong all this time. This person changed their life and I didn't know it. What makes you the authority as to when a person should change their life and when they shouldn't? I thought that was the Creator's job. I didn't think it was your job. See, leave it up to us humans, nobody would get a second chance. Nobody would prosper. Nobody would learn nothing. Nobody would change because we are flawed. So you're sitting there with egg on your face now. You're like, darn, I was wrong. They changed their life. So what do? The right thing. You think about all that energy that you wasted being disappointed in expectations, and there's one other thing that you totally forgot about. Maybe that person had expectations for you. Maybe they were disappointed in you. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, but I wanted to present that as an example. Stop placing expectations on people who are not. Look, place some expectations on yourself. Because those are the only things that you can control. You can control the outcome in regards to expectations on yourself. But you cannot control the outcome of your expectations of somebody else. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. You can control the outcome of expectations you make on yourself, but you cannot control the outcome of expectations you have on other people. And once you adopt that as a philosophy, maybe you could open up your mind and be a little bit more receptive of people that are around you. Your circle will grow. You'll be more approachable, first of all. Okay? You'll start to see what you've missed out on. And for some people, that's not a good thing because it's a hurtful thing. But that's okay. Hurt passes. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Peace.